masculine forward way of getting to our dreams, right? It's like we see the dream and then we put everything into action so that we start moving towards the dream, right? You probably already know this. And then we have a different layer, which is when we are on that alignment and the energetic and the magic, right? And some of you have already named this, right? It's when we really work with the law of attraction. It's when we go down the synchronicity rabbit holes and we're just following the trail. We know that things are happening also outside of, you know, this reality, that things are starting to get into motion, right? So we work then on mindset, on limiting beliefs. Maybe there's, you know, emotional freedom tapping and all kinds of different ways for us to just do what? Up our vibration, right? And so we can do all these anti-stress remedies like yoga, herbal medicine, etc. We can set up rituals and moon magic, right? And we can work on spells. We can use witchcraft, right? This is how we really work on that energetic layer. And then we can go see healers and psychics or channels or gurus, right? In order to get the next piece. So again, you know, books, lectures, seminars, and courses all around this so that we really understand how to become conscious, right? And so I know that this is perfect because you already know all of this, right? You've probably done all of this. You absolutely know how this is working. Now, we're definitely on our way to our empowered energies. And so this class is not going to be, you know, telling you to ditch all of these methods. It's actually just simply going to enhance what you already know, okay? So you have everything to begin attracting your dreams with ease right now. And my big promise is that it's going to be simple and effective, but also you'll be able to perfect this for the rest of your life, right? What I'm going to be sharing with you is not, you know, something that's going to be do this and it will work, right? It's about, no, you already know how to do this. You've already done this, right? And this is just a way for you to take it to the next level, right? And so one of the biggest things that, you know, very often I talk about in my programs, and this is something that, you know, we're really trying to do, is we're really looking into how we can go from that survival mechanism, which is the third dimension. It's where things move very slowly. It's that when we have to get things in action slowly, one step by step, so that things come into being, right? And a lot of us, we're sort of on the fourth dimensional plane, right? We do the mindset work, we do the beliefs, we do the awareness work. What I'm going to be teaching you is how to really tap into that fifth dimensional layer so that you can draw it all the way down into your physical body, right? Because with our physical body, this is often the missing piece that women keep bumping up against, is they already know what needs to happen, but they don't quite know how to hold themselves, how to hold their energy in such an empowered way that things actually do come through, right? And so really what we're looking to do is to become aware of the toxic and the wounded energy dynamics, right? It's to become aware of the things that are actually in our way, right? And so we move into that empowered energy dynamic, which is where things slowly, you know, slowly move, and suddenly there's a collapse, like a collapsing of time and space, right? Because we're actually calibrating to that fifth dimensional plane, which is where the cosmic love resides, right? I'm just going to check something because I feel like my sage is still burning. No, it's not. And so really what we're looking to do is how to move from these transactional relationships, especially transactional relationship with money when we're looking to attract money, and how to move into that elevated relationship with our dreams, right? It's a calibration of our energies. And what happens is to just become aware of the things that are actually, you know, making our body heavy, right? Making our energy field heavy and sticky, and we're getting stuck into the third dimension. And we're actually calibrating to that higher plane. Okay, so here you're seeing the arrows that are pointing downwards. So this is like the wounded toxic dynamic, right? That is actually making our energy field heavier. And so what we really want to do is to calibrate with a higher essence, right? Going into that cosmic love principle. And so a lot of the things that we really have to sort of lay out is to understand what are the actual empowered emotions and the empowered dynamics and the empowered things that we have to lay out. And very often it's not more work, it's actually less work. It's about really coming to the essence, right? Purifying and making things easy and smooth and in that sense. Okay, so let's talk about money, right? So how do you feel about it? Like on a scale from 1 to 10, right? How would you say is your relationship with money? So how do you feel about it most of the time? So if you look at your everyday life, when it comes to money, how do you feel about it? So you can, type it in the chat. You can tell me the number. You can also say, the different feelings that you usually feel. And I want you to really look at the negatives as well as the positives. Like, I know this is very dualistic the way I'm putting it, but it's just to make it easily accessible so that it makes sense, right? Okay, beautiful. Yes. About an 8. This is great. This is awesome. So what we're going to look at is how to get that from an 8 to a 10, right, Charlene? I love this. Energy and movement. I love this. Beautiful. I spend it without truly being conscious of it. Okay, this is very good. This is good. It's great awareness, right? We really want to build that awareness around our relationship with money, right? So, and then the next question is, do you trust money? Do you trust that it's always going to come around? Do you trust that it will show up for what you need? And that's very often the trickiest question, right? Do we really trust money? Sometimes, yeah. And let's be honest here, right? Like, we're really calibrating on this. Like, I would say my trust with money has considerably shifted once I started to practice dance manifestation, because I understood there's a new blueprint there. And I have a whole program on this, which is called Millionaire Goddess, which is all about this. It's all about, how to really heal that fractured relationship that we have with money and how to calibrate to that next level. I don't, but I have no need not sure where the distrust comes from. This is nice. I love this. Due to the program you offered and the work I do for it, my trust is getting more and more. Yes, I love this, Leah. This is great. Okay. So in terms of how do you feel money comes to you? Does it come to you easily, or do you feel that you have to put in the hard work, that you have to put a lot of things into action to secure it to come to you? Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that. How easy does money come to you generally? And here's the thing. One of the things that, is sometimes the most painful, but also the most, like groundbreaking, is to see that we do repel money, right? And that we do have a fractured relationship with it. And that, by understanding this, that things actually shift, right? And that's really what we're wanting to do here. We really want to go into that fourth dimensional activation, right? Which means, so in the third dimension, we're sort of stuck in that loop of, we have to work and then we get money and then money comes and then we pay the bills and then we have to work more, right? So it's a cycle, right? And it's a very predictable cycle. When we're on the fourth dimensional plane, it's like, you're becoming aware the way that money comes to you and the way that you're repelling it, right? So now, for example, when, women usually, when they really tap into that fourth dimensional consciousness, what happens is they really understand the things that they're doing and the feelings that they're having and how that's, related with the way that money comes to them or doesn't come to them, right? And so when money comes to you easily and effortlessly, that's definitely a sign that you are calibrating with that empowered energy, right? And so when money repels from you, when you feel that you have to constantly keep chasing and hunting money, that's when it usually draws and drains out. Okay, so I'm just going to read a couple of things here. Feel to have a stuck place where there's no money, where I feel the pain and the insecurity to be able to receive money. Yes, money comes, but I wish to not come to this painful place when I feel broken. I love this. You're going to love this class. Money comes to Too easy when I need it, but sometimes I worry it will not be there for me. Yes. Okay, we're really getting into the grits of it. Yes, when I need money, money manifests, but I have this belief that in order to make money, I need to work hard. I inherited this from my mom. Yes, I love this. Thank you for sharing that, ladies. This is really, really beautiful. Okay, we're going to shift this. Are we ready to shift this? Are we ready to go to our next level? Are we ready to really integrate this? This is so important, ladies. Yes, I love this. Okay, let's go. So let's allow ourselves to just dream about money, just for now, right? We're going to put this aside. It's like almost see this as an energy that's there, and we're just going to go, okay, that's the energy. I know where it is. I'm going to place it in the corner of the room. And right now, I'm going to allow myself to really dream about money. How much do you want to make, right? A month, let's say a month or a year, right? And sometimes we get a number. Sometimes it doesn't need to be that precise as a number. Maybe it's just an experience, right? Maybe it's an experience that when you're going to walk into the shop or when you're going to, you know, look at a program that you really want to get, you're just going to be like, yeah, dang, of course. Yeah, this is in alignment. This is what I'm going to get. No questions asked, right? And I really want you to tune into that. If you want to close your eyes for a couple of minutes and just, you know, really tune into that. What is that elevated money dream that you have? Wherever you are right now in this moment, what is that next level for you? And so I want you to put the mistrust to the side. So it's on the other side of the room. We're not really, you know, it just gets to just take a break for a second, right? We're just going to place all these different beliefs to the side and in the corner of the room. And we're going to just really tune in. What is it that is wanting to come through now? Awesome. And so right now, I want you to tune into your body and have that different bodily sensations, those different bodily sensations that come up. And I want you to amplify those bodily sensations. Awesome. And so these bodily sensations, these emotions, where in your body are they active? And maybe they're just emerging at the moment, or maybe they're very powerful and overwhelming. So, you know, if they're very powerful and overwhelming, I just want you to tone them down. If they feel like they're just sort of emerging, I want you to just let that bubble up, almost like a beautiful sparkly glass of champagne. It's just bubbling. Because what we really want to get to is that calibration of that peaceful serenity sensation, okay? Okay, so I want you to tune deeper now. I want you to tune in and really visualize that dream that is coming through. What is the experience in that dream? What is the experience with that sum of money hitting your bank account every month? And just open up to the different possibilities. Maybe there's new feelings that are coming through. So now that you said yes to the first initial stages, I want you to say yes to the second layer of stages. Fantastic. And I want you to amplify that. And I want you to amplify that all the way around your body to the place where it even goes around your body into your energetic field. And I want you to amplify it even more. And I want you to breathe, and I want you to breathe, and I want you to breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe and amplify it. I'm having goosebumps right now. I'm having shivers running down my spine. I know this. I know that some of you are hitting your dream income right now. You're hitting that dream experience with money. And open your heart and open your womb and open your crown. And here we are, and amplify it. Yes, maybe there's some emotion moving right now, and I want you to really tune in and release that. Okay. And what would it be to trust money here? What would it be like to really trust that this is meant for you? That is not only meant for you, but this is your destiny. And then just see that old life that needs to go right now. Just see that old person. And I want you to visualize that old person of you. It's like right here. And I want you to take a step forward or to move forward or to lean forward. And as you're leaning forward, it's like you're emerging out of that cocoon. And I want you to burst through it and open yourself up through it and step through it. And you're leaving the peels of that old life. You're leaving that skin, that snake skin behind. And you're letting it go. And maybe there's a little of uncomfortable feelings here. Maybe there's some numbness or something coming up that feels a little new, right? And that's where we want to be. We want to stay in that unknown and trust that the unknown is where you need to go next. This is your fifth dimensional cosmic love blueprint. It's the principle of cosmic love. It is in the unknown. We can't manifest things through thinking. You are feeling it right now, right here in your body. And right here in your body, there is safety. I want you to make yourself feel safe in this body. I want you to make yourself feel safe, protected, and held in this new vibration. And I want you to decide, and it is done. And it is actually done beyond you. You don't have to do anything else. And just really receive that. It is done. Beautiful. And I want you to keep that vibration. I want you to keep that bodily sensation as a memory. It is stored. This is your new program. This is where you're going to walk into. We're going to dance with this program in a minute. But I just want you to keep that. Lock it in. Find a symbol. Find a visualization. Find a texture inside your body. What is it? And then I want you to tap it in the chat. What is that program? Find something really simple. It could be a color, it could be an image, it could be a word, it could be a sign, a symbol. And I want you to type it in the chat. What is it that you've received here? That is the simple calibration of your dream. What did you get? Shower of light. Awesome. Home. I love it. So this is your new relationship with money, ladies, okay? A peaceful moment, right? I love this. Okay. So how does money manifestation, like the alchemy, really work, right? What we're really wanting to move out of is this transactional relationship, right? It's you know, on the right side here, we see, you know, the unworthiness, the lack of integrity, the value, right? I have, like, my 3 programs really go through this more in specific, but the most specific on this really is Cosmic Goddess, because we really, you know, calibrate the different dimensions and how the different blueprints actually weave together in our physical body and how they emit the frequency on the outside, right? So, you know, we're activating it with different archetypes, and we're actually labeling and understanding what is it that is active inside us, right? Because everything that we think, right, like our thoughts are usually super active, but we very rarely go into our body's intelligence. And so dance manifestation is all about calibrating with that bodily sensation and the intelligence that is actually in our body, right? So ladies, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much bodily sensation did you get with this visualization? On 1, not at all, and 10, like, you know, you felt it, and you know you can feel this again, you know you can recreate this bodily sensation again. A 7, beautiful. A 9, awesome. So this is the mastery, right? The mastery is about you really tuning into that bodily sensation and the intelligence that is running through your body, and knowing how to position yourself in such a way that you can calibrate with that memory and you can bring it up inside your body, like naturally, like on an instant. And this is where dance manifestation is going to become super helpful, because during dance manifestation, I'm going to be leading you through this. This is where we're really going into the intelligence of the body. We're getting the mind to, you know, take a step back, and we're getting the energy of our body to lead the way, right? And this is how we really fall into that feminine essence. And we're not falling into it really, we're actually going deeper into it. We're going deeply into what is actually present in this moment, right? And so when we're really present in this moment with what is, we can then tune in and unravel. So in Cosmic Goddess, I go even deeper into this, how we can unravel everything through dance metamorphosis. We won't go too much into that today, but that's really, you know, where we calibrate to higher and higher levels, right? Because when we're making a 5K month, like I've done, for example, the beginning feels really numb. And I didn't know this before, right? When I would feel numb, or when I would feel guilt and I would have shame come up, I thought I'd done something wrong. There must be something wrong. And I would ravel in that emotion and in that bodily sensation, so much so that I would repel or reject or sabotage my next income, right? And now I just know this is no longer happening, because I know how to calibrate myself and how to up level on every stage. That bodily sensation and the memory, I understand it, I can be present with it, but it no longer affects my energy. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it really is like, it doesn't matter what level you're at, you can keep dragging that bag of shame and guilt all the way through your money story, right? You can be making 100K a month and it will still feel awful because you're still carrying that baggage. So what we're doing with dance manifestation is we're actually releasing the baggage as we go, and we're calibrating with that dream frequency. And it's not happening out of our thinking. We can't mentally program it, right? It has to be programmed all the way down into the body. And that's what we're going to be doing, right? So for some reason, right, so why dance manifestation? So the way that I explain energy and how I break it down in my programs, just so that it's becoming, you know, more accessible. I know some of you are super, you know, into manifestation, you already know all of this, but there's also, you know, I get a lot of women who are masculine forward and they don't know